Fear of falling. Before humans feared monsters, war, or death, they feared falling. Babies only a few months old react to the sensation instantly. Their arms shoot outward like their body already knows danger is coming. Scientists call it the Moro reflex, but the real reason is ancient survival. Millions of years ago, one bad step from a tree or cliff ended everything. Your brain still treats falling like a death sentence. That's why your stomach drops on roller coasters even when you know you're safe. But here's the strange part. The fear gets worse when your brain cannot predict movement. Turbulence on airplanes feels terrifying because your body loses control. Some people even dream about falling right before waking up because the brain panics when muscles relax during sleep. The real danger is that this fear never fully disappears. Even standing near the edge of a tall building can trigger the same survival alarm your ancestors felt thousands of years ago. The fear of loud sounds. One sudden explosion can freeze your entire nervous system in less than a second. Humans are born terrified of loud noises because sudden sound once meant immediate danger. A branch snapping in the dark could mean a predator nearby. Thunder could mean deadly storms approaching. Your brain evolved to react first and think later. That's why people jump at fireworks, gunshots, or even a slammed door. But this is where it gets worse. The fear becomes stronger when the sound is unexpected. A loud noise during silence shocks the brain far more than constant noise because your nervous system lowers its guard. Horror movies use this perfectly. They create silence, then attack your senses without warning. Even babies cry instantly when hearing sudden sounds because the reaction is automatic. The real danger is that modern life constantly exploits this fear. Sirens, alarms, emergency alerts, and notification sounds all hijack the same survival response your ancestors relied on to stay alive. The fear of the dark. Darkness terrifies humans for one simple reason. Your brain hates what it cannot see. Long before electricity existed, nighttime was when predators hunted. Humans were weak in the dark. Poor night vision meant danger could be inches away without warning. That ancient fear still controls people today. A dark hallway suddenly feels threatening even when nothing is there. Shadows start looking human. Small sounds become terrifying. But here's the problem. The brain doesn't leave empty spaces blank. It fills them with imagined threats. This is why people see faces in darkness or panic after hearing tiny movements at night. Your imagination becomes the predator. Children experience this intensely because their brains struggle to separate fantasy from reality. Yet adults still do it too. Walking alone at night instantly changes body language, breathing, and awareness. The real danger is not darkness itself. It's the uncertainty hiding inside it. Your mind would rather invent monsters than risk missing a real one. The fear of isolation. Humans are one of the few species that literally need connection to survive mentally. Isolation once meant death. Being separated from the tribe meant no protection, no food, and no help if danger appeared. Your brain still treats loneliness like a survival emergency. This is why social rejection activates the same pain regions as physical injury. Being ignored genuinely hurts. But this is where it gets terrifying. Extreme isolation can slowly break the human mind. Prisoners placed in solitary confinement often begin hallucinating. Their brains create voices and visions just to replace missing human interaction. Even short-term loneliness increases stress hormones and anxiety levels dramatically. The real danger is that modern society creates isolation everywhere. People spend hours online while feeling emotionally disconnected in real life. Your brain cannot fully distinguish between physical abandonment and emotional neglect. Deep down, humans still fear being left alone because ancient instincts know isolation once meant you probably wouldn't survive much longer. The fear of rejection. Few things destroy confidence faster than feeling unwanted. Humans are born with a deep fear of rejection because acceptance once determined survival. If your group rejected you, you lost protection, resources, and status instantly. Your brain evolved to avoid that outcome at all costs. That's why people overthink conversations for hours or panic before speaking publicly. One embarrassing moment can feel life-threatening even when it isn't. But here's the disturbing part. Your brain often fears rejection more than failure itself. Some people never chase opportunities because humiliation feels unbearable. Social media made this worse by turning rejection into visible numbers. Likes, followers, and comments became modern approval systems. The real danger is that rejection activates primal fear circuits designed thousands of years ago. Your body reacts as if social exclusion could still kill you. That's why heartbreak, public embarrassment, or betrayal can feel physically crushing. To the ancient brain, losing acceptance meant losing safety. The fear of predators. Humans may dominate Earth now, but your nervous system still remembers when you were prey. For most of human history, something larger, faster, or stronger could kill you instantly. Big cats hunted early humans relentlessly. Snakes and spiders became feared because venom meant sudden death. This fear still exists even when logic says otherwise. People freeze after spotting tiny spiders or panic while swimming in deep water. But here's where it gets darker. Your brain responds more intensely to movement patterns linked to predators. Sudden lunges, fast crawling, glowing eyes, or sharp teeth trigger automatic fear reactions. Horror creators use these ancient triggers constantly because they bypass logic entirely. The real danger is that predator fear can become irrational. Humans now fear imagined threats online, in crowds, or in daily life with the same intensity once reserved for actual killers in the wild. Your ancient survival system never learned the modern world became safer. The fear of disease. One invisible infection can terrify entire civilizations. Humans evolved a powerful fear of sickness because disease silently wiped out millions long before medicine existed. Unlike predators, disease could spread without warning and kill entire groups slowly. Your brain developed disgust as a defense mechanism. Rotten smells, spoiled food, body fluids, and decay instantly trigger avoidance reactions. But this is where it becomes extreme. Humans often fear contamination even when no real danger exists. People obsessively clean surfaces, avoid strangers, or panic during outbreaks because the brain prioritizes survival over logic. During pandemics, this instinct explodes worldwide. Anxiety spreads almost as fast as the disease itself. The real danger is that fear of illness changes human behavior dramatically. People isolate themselves, distrust others, and sometimes turn against entire groups they associate with danger. Deep inside, your brain still sees disease as one of the greatest threats humanity has ever faced, because historically, it was. The fear of death. Every human fear eventually leads back to this one. Death is the final unknown, and the human brain struggles to process its own ending. Animals avoid danger instinctively, but humans understand mortality consciously. That awareness changes everything. People fear aging because it reminds them time is running out. They fear accidents because life can disappear instantly. But here's the terrifying part. Your brain constantly tries to distract itself from death awareness. Humans create goals, entertainment, religion, relationships, and legacy, partly to escape the reality of mortality. Some psychologists believe nearly all human ambition is secretly driven by fear of dying. The real danger is that death anxiety can control people without them realizing it. Some become obsessed with safety while others chase reckless thrills just to feel alive. Yet despite all technology and progress, the ancient fear remains untouched. Every heartbeat reminds the brain of one terrifying truth. One day it will eventually stop. The fear of the unknown. This is the fear hidden behind almost every other fear humans have. The unknown terrifies the brain because uncertainty removes control. Your ancestors survived by predicting danger before it happened. Anything unpredictable became threatening instantly. Strange places, unfamiliar people, unexplained sounds, and mysterious events all activated survival instincts. But this is where it gets worse. The brain often creates worse scenarios than reality itself. People fear medical test results more before hearing them. They fear what might be behind a door more than what actually is. The imagination becomes uncontrollable when information disappears. This is why conspiracy theories, ghost stories, and mysteries spread so easily. Humans desperately want answers because uncertainty feels unbearable. The real danger is that fear of the unknown shapes nearly every decision people make. Careers, relationships, risks, and opportunities are constantly controlled by the brain's need for certainty. Deep down, humans don't just fear danger. They fear not knowing what danger is coming next. And if you want more videos that break down the hidden patterns of human behavior, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. If you found this interesting, leave a like. It helps more than you think.